Hello everybody, welcome to Jatbo's Garage. eShopper M1 COC from Monksting, first version assembly. So I'm gonna continue assemble that one, knowing that I'm not gonna finish it because I'm still waiting for the brake lines, but that should not hinder me to do that and give you some hints, examples of what I experienced and what I changed, modified, whatever. So let's start with the rear wall before I put the wheels in. So I constructed a new rear. Oh yeah. By the way, for the details, I will use my handy cam. So part of my modifications was to seal the battery compartment, which was kind of successful. And first of all, I did construct a new rear wall because the original one had like two big holes to run the wires, the brake hoses, everything through. I decided to close that completely and put the hoses above. So I used like this seal. I'm gonna put it on here, screw it on, so there's no water coming from the rear fender spilling into the battery compartment. Okay. So this thing. So that's what it looks like, and everything is sealed. I don't like using rivets or anything, so I tend to use screws. Here you can see, there's a hole to drain water if anything comes in. That's the top seal, and on the cover there is another seal from the opposite side. Here is silicone, there is silicone. So, and the thing is, you don't have to be too picky about that looking nice because nobody will see it. Okay, so let's get on. Let's put the wheels on. I haven't found a way to get the. Oh, it's so hot here, you won't believe it. To put the rear fender on without any stretches, but yeah, that's the way it is. So here's the NC4 plugs, which are put in order to make it easier to put the wheel in and out, and it's not a necessity. You don't really need to do that, but it makes life easier. Let's put it this way. That's the mount for the brakes. Okay. Where's my wood? In order to put the wheel on, I need to lift it up a little bit. Oh, that's about the height. Makes it much easier to elevate the wheel and then drop the whole thing on it. Oh, come on. Huh? I need a pair of pliers to turn the wheel a little bit like this. slide in, my friend.
Too far. It's not in here. I guess we need a little force to convince it. Okay, let's put in the first screw. It doesn't move anymore. So by the way, I figured this roller board, self-created roller board, is actually kind of the best to work on this thing. You can turn it around, which I will do later on if needed. So we'll also put on the rear brakes now. Of course, a screw got stuck. So I figured like within 2,600 kilometers, I've already driven with that one. There is no real wear on the brake pads, so they last quite a while. And here's the same thing as with the front brake. There's no way to adjust the brake saddle except you take off material or you put in washers if needed. Here you can see it's going on top. Shall we continue with the rear and then continue to the front? No, I'm gonna put the front wheel on first. And there I have to show you something, because the other day I made a mistake, like where to put the brake saddle on the front wheel. Now it's right, so it's on the from the driver's side, on the right side, rear. Okay.
if you have trouble to get the whole thing in, start on the on the brake side, slide everything in, put the come here, yeah, usually it works. Put the axle in almost completely, and then turn the other leg of the fork. You see? Just turn it and then bring it in, because the fork is a little bit narrow. And you're set. And you know what? I forgot now to put in the front fender, because the best way to put in the front fender without any scratches is as follows. Let's follow. Okay, let's take the wheel out again. Let's exercise the drill again. Turn it off. It will come down. Okay, like this. So the fender has to be like this. Ooh, man! And then it's easier to put it in. You see, I confused myself. Yep. But I'm gonna make all the mistakes you're probably gonna make. So you don't have to do them yourself, or make them yourself. Now everything makes sense. Finally! Let's screw the fender on. Where is the Allen key? It's not the one. That's the one. Yep, that's what I got confused on the first video, where to put the brake saddle. You know, sometimes you're just standing next to yourself. It happens. die jetzt etwa dazwischen gemacht? Oh Gott, ey. There is always something. Yeah, I'm going to address that problem once the hoses are there. It's a little bit tight. Yeah, we take care of that later. Maybe I have to adjust the brake saddle again, because right now it's not spinning freely. So, because when I bleed the brakes, I'm definitely going to take the saddles off. Okay, let's continue with the rear now. Put the fender big on and the rest of the stuff which can be mounted. Let's see how we get this in without any scratches. Okay, you see, I'm going to take the rear fender off, take the seat off, then it works just fine. Yep, and I still managed to scratch the fender. Yeah. I guess there's no way around it. Kind of.
how do we say? First cut is the deepest. Wahr. So, hier noch. 2 more. And the rear fender is fixed. Indicators. Indicators and tight nose nuts also. Here's this one thread that always gives me trouble. There we go. Oh, we're getting somewhere, finally. Okay. What was it, 14? Yep. 14 mil.
Ach, das ist 13. That's 13. Where is 14? Where is my 14 mil wrench? 13. Let's take this one. Ah, ring doesn't work. There's a wire in the way. There's the 14. Oops. Oh, this wheel is spinning free. It's spinning free now. It's spinning free now. So I can take the battery out now. Because I just use it as counterweight. Whew. Okay. Ah. Got confused for a second because the brake line still has to go there. That shouldn't bother us now. So, what else is there to mount? What really gives me trouble is the front wheel here. It's not spinning as it's supposed to be. Yeah, we will see. I can finish this one. I can put this one on. The seats can go on. And here I bought a Chinese shock absorber, which is adjustable. So on this one here, the original one, you can't do anything. And just wanted to give it a try to have some kind of adjustment. So yeah, it kind of works. So for my weight, there's not much of a difference. But if you're like, let's say, a heavier person, you tighten the screw on this shock, and the that's the one, yeah, and yeah, the spring gets stiffer and it absorbs it a little bit better, so to say. So I'm thinking about, there's actually not much I can do without taking it apart later when I put in the brake lines. What I'm supposed to install now, because it's gonna be unnecessarily work. Because I have to take it apart later. It doesn't make much sense. Yeah, what the heck, I'm just gonna continue doing it. So, or maybe I have to take something apart later. What the heck? This. to be tightened. Yeah. Not such a bad idea, because otherwise it would fall off. Nope. So that might be the 14. Where's the 40 mil? Yep. That's kind of loose. Where's the switch? There. So what's on, what's off? I guess I will figure that out pretty soon once I try to start it. Let's see. Let's give it a try like this. If it doesn't work, we will figure out that later. And I guess that rusty screw is the one which goes in here. There's this pin here. There must be a purpose for that pin. Yeah, let's see. I mean, there are not too many options for that. We're going to connect it and see what's going on. So here I changed all the plugs for watertight plugs for obvious reasons. Let's look at the silicone here. Let's connect the battery to see if the switch works off the stands. Okay, seems to be working fine. Still have no idea what the pin is for, but I don't have to know everything, I guess. Oh, this is funny, but
10mm screw. So we're gonna sling that around here, do we? Yep. Bring it back in here with all the other ones. So let's disconnect everything for later. Because the wiring is not finished. That was just for testing the switch. So, what else? Shall I start with this? Yeah, why not? Okay, I took this aluminium right angle, put it on top here, or was it like this? I guess it was like this. And another one, which is up in front, in order to keep the battery from moving. And that works actually quite good. Ich glaube, das waren die Schrauben, die dafür waren. And I'm pretty sure I used the wrong screws for mounting the rear. So the screws are here. Okay. This is the plug. Those are the screws for here. Zack. Found them. Washers, nuts. Sometimes I go nuts. I will show you a close up pretty soon. Pretty soon. Da müssen auch noch welche hin. So how we're gonna do that? We'll lift it up a little bit. Or move it over. Yeah, I'll move it over. Let's try to do that. In order to get some clearance. Yeah, you can almost one person can lift it. Was it like this? I think it was like this. I will show you in a bit. Of course, I need some black silicone to prevent the water from getting in. Now we're gonna tighten it. Do you know that when you're working on stuff that it's always get into a mess after a while?
That's something you really have to do. Take care of the loose battery, because it's gonna destroy your battery cover pretty fast. You see here? Now it can't go sideways. When you brake, it can't move. And here, this angle keeps it from bouncing. Okay, makes sense? And I usually put the battery in like this. Yes? Do I? Nope. It's the other way around. So that's the whole idea. EgoCam. Let's see, what's the best angle here? Okay, this one keeps it from moving forward, and this one keeps it from bouncing. Okay, that's the whole idea behind it. And then your battery cover is actually secured. Of course, there has to be some padding that stays in place, which is also on order, to actually close the little gap here. And the other padding on the side is going to be put on also. Could do that now, huh? Could I? So what can I do now without taking anything apart when the hoses arrive? So one brake hose is coming here. This is actually finished. Yeah, let's continue. Let's just continue. I can put this one on. That one. That doesn't come loose without the key. So you see here, got those other seals which actually prevent water from getting in there from the fender side. So there's a seal from the bottom and from the top which prevents it. There's actually no sense putting this one on now because I still have to run the brake line. So I will take care of that in the next video. This one I can put on because that doesn't have any role to play in the further installation. So this one here, I mean, since here is a big gap, and I'm gonna close that with my favorite black silicone as much as possible, just to prevent water from getting in there. This is another origin of water getting into the battery compartment, and since I don't have to take that one off, because look, here is a big gap, here is a big gap, and you can only close it with silicone. You see, it's not even enough now. It has to be more, way more. So let's take it off. This is a source for water. An invitation for water, so to say. We're getting somewhere finally. Dinger. Nur miss one. What the heck? Oh no, it's not needed here. It's not needed. Just screws, nothing more. What's wrong there? Another Chinese thread which doesn't want to catch or what? Light, where's the light? So you see how big the gap is? And I'm gonna close that completely with silicone. Here it's almost closed. And you can imagine if you're driving this way and the water spills all the way, that's where the water gets in. We don't want to have it like this. And of course the front wall is going to be closed with silicone also. Because that's that's the weakest point of the whole bike. That water issue. Let's put it on the table here. We can take it off later. So unless you are only a good weather rider, and I mean, who knows about the weather? Can always change. Take care of that. It pays off. And I got a sticky seal arriving with the new hose lines, brake hoses, which will hopefully help me to make the battery cover water seal also. You know what I mean. Don't know my English. Sometimes Germanized. Ooh. If you use black silicone, even if you're not a master of a silicone job, which I'm not, it still looks kind of cool.
kind of invisible. Is there such term like looking invisible? So, okay. So this one is going to come on later because I have to take it off anyways. So I think I'm gonna, yep, just for the next video I'm not gonna put the front wall on because I have to run the hose for the rear brakes through it. So I'm gonna wait till that stuff arrives, and I will seal everything here with silicone in order to prevent water from finding its way in. So this is gonna be here. That is gonna be here. Let's arrange everything. There's the cover. See, and this here, those are the weak points. Here underneath, here and there. And that I will try to eliminate with this sticky seal. Let's call it sticky seal. Okay, so let's continue with the rest of the installation. After I cleaned up a little bit. My tools. So let's see, I still have to tighten the screws on the fork because I don't want to forget that. About this, are they about the same? Yeah. The thing is, the how you call it? Those spiral hoses for all the cables. I can't put them on until the hoses for the brake lines are installed. So I have to wait for that to the next video too. To go down a little bit. Maybe that's the reason why it's not spinning freely. Just a notch. That's about right. Not much of a difference. Can also put on this one because from that side there's no further work needed. And we're already passing 1.5 hours. of installation time. Almost looking like a motorcycle again. Or should I say, no, it's a motorcycle, it's still a motorcycle. No matter what, whether it's electric or not. Okay. I'm gonna keep it loose for now because of the fixed front tire. I'm gonna tighten that later. You know what, guys? It's 1 hour and a half now. I think the rest is going to be on the next video. That's going to be the last. I'm going to install the rack, the ammunition boxes, and finish the installation and the bleeding of the brakes. So, see you in the next and the final part of my mini-series, which is actually not a mini-series anymore. Bye bye. See ya.